Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Thanks for joining me. With opening night just 83 days away, and after Montreal has made some trades and UFA signings, it's time for my annual early lineup projection for the upcoming season. I'll go over one line at a time and give you my reasoning for why I have them together, so let's get started. In my opinion, the Veleno signing, and to some extent Sammy Blais as well, will allow Montreal to let players like Kapanen, Beck, Florian Xhekaj, etc. to develop further in Laval and not be rushed. Both the Veleno and Blais contracts are for just 1 year, so no risk, no commitment beyond this season. Seems designed for the purpose of further development for some of the kids. So we'll start with the forward lines. For line one, I don't think that's going to change from last season. You've got Suzuki centering Caulfield and Slafkovsky, and that line has proven that they work well together. They've got chemistry. They kind of know where they're going to be, each of them on the ice at any particular time. And, the production from there, as we saw last season, career year for Suzuki, Caulfield, and Slaf. Career numbers all the way around, and I think that continues. And with a decent line two, I think line one's going to even have, better numbers, a better season. And I just don't think it's going to change from last season. Line two's a little bit more interesting because I think the guys on the line could change depending on how performances go. So I think that's going to be Doc centering Demidov and Laine. And I think Doc's going to get, obviously, the first shot at centering line two. Depending actually on how camp goes, there's going to be some competition there. But I'm going to assume that Doc's going to win that, and he's going to center Laine. Laine could play down the lineup in maybe third line wing, but I don't think for opening night. Remember, this is an opening night roster. So, you know what? There's really good possibilities here. If Doc is fully healthy and shows what we all expect from him, I think that this can be a very exciting, productive line. You got Demidov on one side. We are just dying to see what this kid can do. I believe he's going to have a pretty good season for a rookie season. I just think there's a lot of it's very dynamic. There's so much talent on this line and skill. Laine with that shot. Demidov, the moves that this kid can make, and then we'll see what Doc has. Doc could be a power forward type center, as I've called him before, if he is that guy from a few years ago, and he can stay away from injuries. I think line two can actually be pretty productive, and you know what? That opens up ice for line one as well. So, I think this is what it's going to be. Doc, Laine, and Demidov. And let me know in the comment section what you think about that for any of these lines that I've got here. Line 3 gets a little bit more interesting. I've got newly acquired Joe Veleno centering Alex Newhook and Zachary Bolduc. I think they acquired Veleno to be the third line center, honestly. He's got the NHL experience. He is, he's a third or fourth line center, so I'm not thinking they got him for the second line center. I think over Newhook, because I don't know, Newhook to me is a winger on this team, and I love that speed that he has going down the wing and beating out pucks to avoid icings. He does that a lot. And, the speed gets him to the net, and he's not afraid to go to the net. Can Veleno deliver on all that? I don't see why not. And you got Zachary Bolduc, who I think sky's the limit for this kid. I don't know how long he stays on a third line here in Montreal. He could center the second line by the end of the season. I don't know. But I like this combination. Bolduc, skilled with a fantastic shot, is a fast skater. Veleno, honestly, I don't know that much about him, but I do know that when he played against Montreal, he usually got an important goal. And then you got Newhook there with that speed. I think this line could be not only maybe a bit of a checking line, but also like an energy line, and they can definitely deliver some very needed secondary scoring that the Habs were missing a lot of last year. I really like this line, and I think that's how it's going to look. Veleno centering Newhook and Bolduc. Line 4 is going to be an expensive line, and I know a lot of people hearing this are probably going to say, that's ridiculous. You can't spend that kind of money on a line 4. I've got Jake Evans centering Josh Anderson and Brendan Gallagher, and right there you're looking at what, about $14 million for a fourth line. Now, what am I expecting from this fourth line? Evans, who had, I believe, a career year in goals and points, probably coming in with a lot of confidence, and he's very happy with that contract. He's got stability, staying in Montreal where he wants to play. Anderson finally last year filling that role that they assigned him and playing well. And Gallagher, he's Brendan Gallagher in Never Say Die, giving it everything he's got, and he put up some decent numbers last year. Now, fourth line, they don't usually score a ton, but this one might score some. I think they're defensively responsible, tough, and can put up some tertiary scoring here. So I think it really balances out all four lines. You have some scoring basically on every single line, depending on the situation and how you use these guys. And that's how I think it's going to go. I think it's going to be Evans, Anderson, and Gallagher. And let me know in the comment section whether you agree or don't agree. I think that leaves Sammy Blais as their 13th forward. Is an experienced NHLer. You can put him in. I'm honestly, I don't know if he can play top six lines, in case of an injury for a short period of time. But he's going to be your 13th forward. He's going to fill in for injuries, and he is NHL experience, and that's fine with me. And I got no problem with that. He's got a no-risk contract. If it doesn't work out, you send him down, or you waive him and send him down, and you bring up one of the kids or somebody like that. Time for the defensive pairings. For the first pairing, I've got Matheson and Dobson. And I think, depending on who's doing this kind of video or putting together this list, is going to have probably different pairings. It's not an easy thing to try to figure out with the guys that are here who's going to play where, to be very honest, at least for me. I'm putting Matheson and Dobson there. Why? I don't think Matheson is a third pairing kind of guy, and if you don't play him there, you could have him on the second pairing, but who does he play with? So it makes more sense to me with Dobson. They're both a little underrated defensively, and yeah, I said that. Matheson not as bad defensively as a lot of people think, and neither is Dobson. They're both offensive-minded and can produce, and considering what you've got here as the seven guys, I don't think that's a problem on your first pairing, that both guys can produce offense, both guys can play in the offensive zone, and they're not the best defensively, but they're not totally horrible. So I've got it Matheson-Dobson on the first pairing. For the second pair, I've got Lane Hutson on the left, Caden Gooley playing his offside and playing the right side. I don't think in Hudson's second season that they're going to make him the number one guy yet. I think that happens next season, though. So I think I have him on the second pair, playing just a little bit of less minutes. And I want him matched up or paired with somebody who is big and tough, and that's Caden Gooley, and defensively strong, and that is also Caden Gooley, and also a guy that can handle himself on offense as well. So I see Hudson Gooley. Lane Hutson, what is there to say about Lane Hutson? He's fantastic, and I don't know how much better he's going to be next season, but he's going to be better, I believe. He may be a little bit deficient on defense. That's why I want him paired up with Gooley. Or Carrier, but I mean, are you going to play Gooley on the third pair? You're not. So it's Gooley and Hudson for me, second pair. Let me know what you think in the comment section. All right, for the third pair on the left side, I think it's going to be either Jackeye or Struble, and those are the two guys on the left. Depending on game, depending on situation, and the team they're playing, I think you play either Jackeye or Struble. Jackeye's got more size, a little bit more, I don't know if toughness is the right thing, but more oomph. Struble, no slouch though, a little smaller but no slouch. He's still a 6-footer, and he is built. I think it's going to be one of those two guys. Struble was a little better last season than Jack-Eye, but I don't know if that's going to be the case this season. We're going to find out. On the other side, Carrier. Carrier definitely, it's too bad he has to move down because I think he is a top 4 guy, but definitely a capable guy. He's a little bit on the small side, so he'll benefit, obviously, from having Jack-Eye and Struble on the other side. I still think this either way. If it's Jack-Eye and Carrier or Struble and Carrier, and then if Carrier is injured, say, or has to move up for an injury, Struble can play on the right side, and you got Jack-Eye and Struble, and I don't think that's bad. I think the all 7 defensemen are good, solid defensemen. Some better than others, but I think this is how it works out. I really do, and I do think it's a competition between Jack-Eye and Struble. Who'll win that job in camp? Who'll start on opening night? It's going to be Toronto that we're opening against, so I'm going to bet on Jack-Eye to start opening night against Toronto. Let me know again what you think in the comment section about that. And then that's it. Come to the end of the video. Was I nuts here? Do you really agree with me? Do you don't agree with me? Let me know. And who would you have there and why? I think this is an opening night lineup video. It's going to change during the season, and then as we get closer to the start of the season, so during camp, I'm probably going to do another one of these videos as we know a little bit more about, if there's going to be who's going to play where. Basically, we'll have a better idea during camp. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out. And have a great day, everybody, depending when you watch this. Ciao, everybody.